Hello my beautiful souls, welcome to my channel. My name is Sanja and today I want to talk to you about crying. How is it good? And if you are a crier or not crier, if you're not a crier, what you can do so you can cry. And if you cry a lot or you think you cry proper amount, when is it serving you? When is it not? And when it's not, what you can do that it does serve you. So I already have a video about crying. You can check that one out if you want to. But today I want to specifically talk about these things that I've mentioned. So first I'm gonna talk about people that cry, and then if you're not a crier, wait a bit. So I know a lot of people say, oh, I cry non-stop, or I cry a lot, or anything triggers me that I cry. So when does it serve you? When does it not? If you are in a victim mode, if you're in a mode that someone's doing things to you, if you're in a mode that you have no control over anything in your life, you're probably crying from the fact that, you just are miserable and nothing's good in your life. This is the part when crying is not serving you. What can you do to make it serve you? Obviously, first work on yourself, raise your vibration. My whole channel is about that. I'll link a few videos down below. But primarily, cry so you know once you cry this feeling out and feel and get it out so you're not drowning inside. Go from the point of view, this is gonna come out, I'll relive it, and then I'll have a nap or I'll go to sleep. I'll reset my vibration and I'll feel better. Knowing this too shall pass. Knowing something amazing, it's there waiting for you, and all of this is just preparing you for you to get it. And you're so close to it. You just have to believe it's there. You just have to believe it's coming, even if you don't believe it's coming. But if you prepare your mind, if you prepare your brain and say, I am doing this so I can feel myself better after I do this. I can honestly say a lot of you feel tension. First you can do to release that is just relax your shoulders. A lot of the tension builds up in the shoulders. Even just by relaxing them can already make you feel good. But crying also can make you feel good. Slow down your breathing, obviously when you're not crying, whenever you can. Some people say the only reason why we're so stressed out is because we're not breathing properly. We're breathing too fast, we're going too fast, we're just in this sort of like race. Sit down, relax. Try your breathing out to be twice as longer as breathing in. As you breathe out, relax your shoulders. Keep your back straight. Just relax your shoulders. You can do this laying down. You can do this sitting, standing up. You can do it anywhere. So, because I know some of you are not going to cry in public space, or, you're going to suppress your emotions when, other people are around you, or maybe sometimes when you're alone. So when is crying, sorry, caught my tooth there. When is crying serving you? When you do it from a place of, I'll cry it out, I'll be better. I do this, I can cry on so many different, even happy songs. Just because they're so good, I cry. There are obviously two types of, reasons why you cry: when you feel good and when you don't. And even the structure of a tear is different when you feel good and when you don't. But when you cry, when you let whatever you feel get out, you feel much better. The reason why I'm making this video is because I got a neck pain, I got stomach pain, I got sore throat, I got so many different things going on. And I watched an episode of Dr. House, which has nothing to do with anything. And there was one episode that made me cry so much. I cried and cried and cried. And while I was crying, I was thinking, I feel so much better. Like even the tension in the neck became less, although it was still painful like nuts. I'm like, I feel so better. And I'm like, yes, we are supposed to cry. We are supposed to let it out. I'm not necessarily sure now if there was something that I was supposed to cry about and I didn't. But I know when I was crying, I already felt better. And that's when crying is serving you. If you're suppressing your emotions, it's gonna eat you up and it's gonna manifest in the ways that you do not want. So if you are not a crier, what I would suggest is maybe watch something like I did, a film or series, or put on a sad music that's going to make you cry, watch a sad story, anything, but you know you're doing this. So whatever you suppressed inside, it can come out. And like that metaphor, so you were drowning, you can just let that water out. Or what works every time with me, even to this day, is guided meditation for forgiveness. When I'm in that meditation, I always go thinking I'm not gonna cry again. Whenever I go in, and I'm not the only one, the amount of time I'm in the middle of that meditation and I just the tears start rolling like nuts. And even if you want to forgive someone or you don't, that is really one of the hardest things to do, especially when you are still in that mode of, maybe I was a child back then, or, they should have protected me and they didn't, or anything. Even if it's happening today, even if today you feel like a victim, even if today you think someone's doing something to you, even if today you think you don't have any control, whatever you're coming from, meditation for forgiveness, just guided meditation, obviously, honestly, the amount of comments I read, I never cry and I didn't think this was gonna happen, and the floodgates because even if you don't forgive that person, the amount of build up inside that you have, the tension that you have, the things that are eating you up, especially, I know they're not the only one, especially men, because the culture that we were raised by, and men are not supposed to cry. Why? Because the robots know. That heals. Crying helps. As long as you're not crying because you think after the crying it's gonna get worse. It's all from here. Some people are in this low vibration constantly and they don't cry so they can release the tension and feel how they get better. Obviously you're gonna get more and more worn out, you're gonna get more tired, you're probably gonna feel like you've been sedated or something, but that honestly helps. And like I said, the best thing you can do is have a nap afterwards or just go to sleep so you can reset and just go with higher vibration. You just slow down the what's it called in English now? Momentum. That was okay. So you can slow down momentum. It's much easier when you have a nap or sleep. You just sort of reset. So, and you obviously, when you sleep, your body can do what it needs. If it needs to heal, if it needs to repair something, gets much better. So crying, if you're crying that it's not serving you, go from a place of this is gonna serve me, I'll feel better, I can be a better version of myself, I'm not letting anything build up inside of me, I am not a victim. I might think that I am, but I'll do small steps maybe in a day so I can prove to myself that I'm not. We're all programmed, all of us. Because when we were little, we only absorbed from our environment, our parents, whoever we were brought up with. In the beginning, also the school, we were programmed by certain things, but not all of that is serving you. So go, write it down. I'm doing this, that it's not serving me. What can I do that it is going to be serving for me, that it's going to be good for me? And then do little steps that you can do towards that. Let's say, if you want to be a happy person and you're not, put down on a piece of paper what a happy person does. Maybe even just a few. If I were a happy person, I would do this. Throughout the day, ask yourself, if I were a happy person, if I were feeling good in my body, if I was feeling confident in myself, and I'm a successful version of myself, what would I do in this moment? Let's say, would I eat a burger, or would I eat something that is better for me, that it's healthier for me? Would I look after myself? Would I exercise? Would I read books? Would I expand on my knowledge? Would I learn from people that are even more successful? Who would I make friends with? Which people would I surround myself with? There are all these different things that don't have to come from, I would buy, I don't know, a boat. No. I'm not talking about that. How would you look after yourself? How would you speak to people? How would you dress? How would you stand? Would you have your back straightened out? Or would you slouch like that? Now, you have people that slouch that are still self-confident and that are fine. But I'm asking you, if you're not confident, what would a confident person do? How would they speak? How would they make other people feel? How would they spend their hours in a day? Would they watch a show that they don't care about, or a news that makes them feel bad? Or even that, you can still watch TV in a certain amount of time, not all day, but would you watch something that makes you laugh, that makes you giggle, that makes you excited, that makes you dance maybe? I know this was supposed to be about crying, but I just went so I always have so much to say. Anyway, crying is good. Stop drowning, let it out. Now you know. If none of this, if you're not non-crier, if none of this serve you, try and look for things that do serve you in terms of that make you cry. And of course, if you don't want to do it in front of others, do it by yourself. I'm not talking about cry anywhere. I'm talking about you need to cry, even if you're alone. So you don't have one day something that manifests, or maybe it already has, as a result of not crying. Obviously, this is not the only thing, but crying is healing and it's good for you and you should let it out. Love you so much. See you next time. Bye.